I'm Symond, studying marine science at Symond Marine School. The project I'm proposing is entitled Effort-Based Sighting Records for Basking Sharks and how they correlate to thermal front activity in the southwest area. From now until April, I will be analysing effort-based data along with thermal front maps to see if there is a correlation. Effort-based data is a relation between the sightings of a species along with the time spent searching or distance covered during the search. Putting this into GIS, we can work out which areas have frequent sightings of basking sharks. These are examples of the effort-based data taken from marine discovery Penzance during the years 2008-2009. Thermal fronts occur in relatively narrow regions, showing steep gradients in temperature or salinity. Consequently, this leads to increased mixing of water and nutrients, leading to high productivity of marine life. Around the Cornish coast, we have the cold, nutrient-rich Arctic currents that are mixing with the warm waters of the Gulf Stream. Here's a list of my key references we use to collect ideas and help writing the proposal. There's more in the handouts as well. The materials and equipment that will be needed for this project, or that have already been used for the collection of data, are as follows. A GPS for collecting the longitude and latitude of the locations of each basking shark sighting, a 10-metre sailing catamaran named Shearwater 2, and an 8-metre rig. For the data analysis and statistical testing, we will need Excel, Minitab 16, and QGIS. The main organisation associated with this research project is Marine Discovery Penzance, from which the data has been collected. They were set up in 2005 and have since then been taken up the public on wildlife searching trips around Penzance, as well as collecting over 25,000 miles of data for different projects. Peter Miller has provided thermal maps, and the project finders will also be sent to the Sharks Trust. These are the two journals that I find most useful and most relevant to the project that I'm proposing. The results obtained are also similar to the expected results for this project. Both found there was a correlation between the sightings of basking sharks, oricitation, and thermal front mixing. Okay, so the method. Surveys were conducted weekly from 2007 to 2013 in the months of February to November when weather allowed. There were 2 boats used for this data collection. The boats dropped their speed down to 0 to 6 knots when a shark is spotted. The longitude and latitude of the area was also taken using GPS as well as the seed state and time. Thermal front maps are collected from Peter Miller of the Marine Plymouth Laboratory. To plot all the sightings, they were put into Excel spreadsheets and QGIS maps, with each square at 500 meters squared. This will then be copied into a Word document where each square that has a sighting in will be labelled with a number ready for statistical analysis. For the time being, I have chosen Symond's rank correlation coefficient. This test should be suitable as it measures correlation and can measure the statistical dependence between 2 variables in a monotonic function, although this may need to be amended once I've seen the data. Marine Discovery Penzance have created their own code of conduct so they meet recommendations of conservation organisations. From educational programmes to reporting pollution incidences, they aim to be as environmentally friendly as they can, as well as working with different conservation groups. You can see this more explained in the handout. As the data has already been collected for this project, the next step will be to start statistically analysing all the data. This is aimed to be done by January 2014. This then given enough time to find a conclusion on the results and also maybe extend the research project using a different statistical test to measure wind direction. For example, we see if southwesterly winds will make more or less thermal front mixing, and so if there will be more or less shark sightings. In the case of an emergency, such as illness or problems with the data processing, the schedule will have to be amended. Thank you for listening.
Fantastic. Good, very good. Well done. Again, you've got the only paper I could come across on that you had listed up there, which is correct to confirm I'm looking at what's anything else. I had spent some time looking at the stats analysis of this, and again, the same sort of thing. It's brilliant. Really high level of presentation with the PowerPoint. It's really good.
Questions? Talk me through your methodology, because I heard what other people have done,
Okay, so
but I missed the
basically,
bit which you're going to do.
yeah, well, we've got the data from marine penzance, and then we've got the thermal front mixing maps, and then we're going to put them into, well, I'm going to put it into Excel and get them to see if there's a correlation by seeing, viewing the maps, and then put in the sightings. We put it into, you know, how do I get that? Roll
Just
it.
the wheel. The other way, the other way.
You have to left
You have to click it now.
First.
Okay. Okay, so I'll be making data such as this. Such as number 3.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw it. You had this like.
Yeah, that's the data I'll be making. I've just got the list of data, the sightings from marine penzance, and then I'll be putting all this into Excel and into the QGIS and making maps like this, and then seeing the difference between thermal front maps and all of these to see if there's a correlation. Sorry, I haven't explained it right.
No. There's a lot you're doing, so it takes a while just to explain
yeah,
it.
there's
So.
like 6 years of data, so it's going to take a
Right.
while. So although we're not actually collecting the data ourselves, there's a lot of data to be analysed.
So the hypothesis is,
The hypothesis is there will be more basking shark sightings with higher levels of thermal front mixing or along that area.
Well done, Gary.